welcome back to the crew. Pro Noob series part number 20. I hope this is working because I am recording with comments in game now. Sorta live footage, which makes it a bit easier, I guess. Not so sure. I hope that the engine sound is not going to oversound my voice, but we'll see. Now, this video is kinda of a preparation to get your cars at 1299 easier than you would be able to do in normal circumstances. I'm going to switch back to my street spec, which is at the moment at 576. We are still in the mountain states. The last video that I posted we did the Rattler mission. Next up is the Dodgy Graver or Gravy Dodger or something like that, which is the next mission we have to do. I will do that in crew co-op tomorrow with Andy if everything goes right. So I am kind of putting for 1 or 2 days the story missions on a hold, but we're going to do something else. The first thing that is important, to be able to do this you need to be level 40 at least. Level 40 unlocks the Westcoast. At least it will unlock 1 skill test. And the skill tests in the Westcoast are kinda important to put your cars at 1299. How to do that exactly, I've made a video on that for newbies once. I will post the link in the description of this video. You will find it there and then you can see how it's done. But what you need for it is you need to have in the first stage you need to have level 45 skill tests, or level 44 in case you can't do the level 45, which is sometimes the case. It can be a raceline skill, for instance, on a dirt road. Makes it a bit difficult to get gold, which is the idea. You need to get gold in those level 45 parts, skill tests. And with the street spec, for instance, you cannot do a raceline skill on the dirt and get gold. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. In that case you need to go 1 level lower and go look for the level 44 parts. So I will show you something here. The smartphone, the mobile tuner, which is the second icon on the third row. If you open that, that will tell you exactly not only the car that you are driving but also the level of your car. It will tell you the 11 parts which all of the cars in this game have, and it will tell you which level performance part you have on there. In this case, exhaust, I have a gold level 17, ECU I got a gold level 45, and so on. It goes like that. How do I get on the level 45s? Because that's West Coast stuff, and that's why it is pretty important that you unlock the skill tests on your map. How do you do that? It's pretty simple, by finding the 6 data stations in the West Coast. That will put all the skill tests on your map, and that makes it way easier to find those specific level 45 skill tests. So that's what we are going to do. Once you are level 40, you will get a pop-up saying that the circuit tuner has unlocked in Los Angeles, that the skill tests have unlocked in the West Coast, and you will get a whole bunch of story. I am level 48 meanwhile, so in one of the previous videos you can see me reach level 40, and then you will see what exactly happens. For me it meant that there was 1 skill test available in the West Coast, more specifically in Sacramento. So if you open the map, yeah, as you can see I already been in the West Coast, although we are still doing story missions in the Mountain States area. Sacramento was here, so all my map was blue in the West Coast, or in other words I haven't been there yet. So, but I could go to Sacramento. So I went to Sacramento by fast traveling there. Points that you have been or that are unlocked by the system itself, in this case Sacramento, you can fast travel there, which makes it way easier to get there than driving up there every freaking time. So we need to look for the data stations. I already found them, but I will explain once more how to do it. You put your filter, open the map, you put your filter on exploration, and it will tell you exactly, if you zoom in a bit, it will tell you, like here, the cars are flashing here, 3 car symbols, that means there are 3 car rigs there. It's the same for the data stations. I believe that also the data stations flash about if you put your filter on default text. That's not the case for the car rigs. For the car rigs you need to have it on exploration. So it will flash about here on the Seattle station. So I would suggest click on the Seattle station, set a waypoint, and then you can drive up there. Now I'm going to do this with the fast travel method because I already done this yesterday. So I'm going to drive not all the way, but if you have to, just drive up there. Set your waypoint at the Seattle train station. What you do is we're going to find the 6 data stations so that we can get all the skill tests on our map. That's the goal here. That's why I'm already moving to the Westcoast now to do that. This is a station, you just drive through there to the end as far as you can go, turn right, and there it is. Data station number 1 for the Westcoast. That will unlock landmarks, skill tests and all on your map for, in this case, the Seattle area. That's number 1. Then number 2. Number 2 is in the Lake Tahoe area. Also there you probably have a blue covered map, so I would suggest set it somewhere on the Lake Tahoe, set a waypoint there, and you will have to drive there. In general, from one station to another, I noticed it's about 10-15 kilometers, so let's say on average 10 miles you have to drive from one to another each time. I'm going to remove the waypoint, and I am going to fast travel there. In this case it gets a bit trickier, so I do suggest switch to your rate spec. Also here, for those I haven't mentioned it, you have all your cars here on one page, all vehicles it says, but you can also, in my case, it will tell you the keys which you can use to scroll through the pages. In my case it's the num 9, so the 9 on my numpad. That will give you the full stocks in a row, the bikes in a list, the street specs in a list, and so on. So we're going to look for the rate specs, and we're going to take out the 370Z. So I will expand the minimap. We are on Lake Tahoe, and then you sort of see a double or triple hairpin there. So we turn right there, but not go for the hairpins, just go left up the hill and keep climbing as long as you can, and then you will drive into the tree. Apparently you will drive into the data station once you are all the way up there. It's a rate spec, doesn't necessarily have to do with speed all the time. A bit of precision is required with the rate spec. It's a 637 meanwhile, my rate spec. That means it doesn't have that much power, so you have to be sure that you have some grip here. Go up here, there we go. Data station number 2. Which will unlock the landmarks and the skill tests of the Lake Tahoe area. And we're gonna do this, well, 6 times till we find all the data stations. Well, here we have a couple of options. You can go for the San Francisco, or you can go for Kings Canyon. In both scenarios it's kinda 15 to 20 kilometer drive, I believe. But you have to do them both, so which one first, it's up to you. How should we do this? There is a drag tuner here. I do suggest set a waypoint there. I will fast travel there, so if you have to drive up there, then you have to drive up there. But it makes it a bit easier if you can have some points to recognize. So in this case, the drag tuners, you just pass that, and then you see the Golden Gate Bridge, and the data station is underneath it, so you do not have to be on the bridge itself. I will expand the minimap so that you can clearly see it. If it's possible that if you set a waypoint, you are coming from the bridge itself, so I will drive that way. You see a driver there, there's another player coming from the Golden Gate Bridge, and he will arrive here shortly. There he is. So you take a right if you come from the bridge, drive towards the end and take a right again. Also here, just you can come here in a performance spec or a circuit spec if you have one, and then here it's advisable to take out your rate spec, because we go right again and we are going to look for a rock. There is the rock. Now you cannot drive up the rock, but you can go around it, and that's what we need to do. As close as possible, and there it is. Data station number 3. At this point you will unlock another award, one of those orange boxes appearing on your screen every time. Those are the awards. You can find the whole awards list on your driver idea. There are a couple of ways to getting to your driver idea, in case you don't know which key you have mapped for that. In my case, I don't know which it is by default. I believe it is the tabulator key or the tab key, but I'm not sure. So how do you do that? You open your map and you press the tabulator key, and that will bring up the driver idea. That's one way of doing it. Another way of doing it is open your smartphone thing and go to the first one, your crew roster. Escape or enter or whatever it is you are using to get in there, and you will see a friends list and people that are online and so on. You find yourself, you press enter, you can go to Uplay or you can go to your driver idea. That's the second way of getting there. And the third way is if you know to open this friends list, you can also map a key for that, which in my case I use the L of list, and it does the same. So it's a shorter way of not using the smartphone in this case, just, and the same thing, driver idea, you go there. Again here it will tell you which keys you have to use to scroll through these pages. In my case it's the 9 on the numpad again. So you scroll there. Challenges, for instance, these are daily challenges, weekly challenges and monthly challenges, and they give you the daily 5,000 bucks, the weekly 20,000 bucks, and the monthly 100,000 bucks. What you have to do for that? Well, things like this. In this case, find a data station, increase the car to 112. So the weekly challenge is complete, and I received 20,000 bucks for that. 100,000 bucks to increase any vehicle to 762 with a spec constraint. It has to be the street one. So if I can get my street car up to 762, I will have the monthly challenge complete, and I will get 100,000 bucks. So we will do that later. What do we have to do here? Reach one most star in. So we have to start the police chase, get 1 star, and here we have to do 4 cosmetic changes. So change the color or something on your car, and do that 4 times, and that will unlock the daily award, which gives us 5,000 bucks. Not that important. This one is 100,000. Always welcome. So, oh, sorry. That was the challenges. I was trying to show you the awards. So, after the challenges, you have the drive hub. That tells you if someone of your friends beat you in a certain skill test, in a mission, and then you can reclaim your lead sort of by getting more points in it. And next up is the awards. So we have all kinds of awards here. 15,900 something points to be won, which is a lot of them have to do with driving itself. you will be able to unlock them once you have go through the game. The completion of the game is at 24% at this moment for me, with this second driver of me. My main driver is at, I believe, at 99%. Beta players will have over 107% I have seen by some people. So you can click on, for instance, specs. You can click on that, then it will open, and then you have different specs, full stock, street. You can click on those as well. There you go. And then you have these things, 16 all the time that you have to do. What you have to do, drive 24 kilometers or 15 miles on a road in a full spec vehicle, which I haven't done yet. Drive 5 miles or 8 kilometers in reverse in a full stock, and so on. Just go over this, what you have to do. Some of them are specific things. You have to drive a 2-color car or thing like that. Just go over them. Those are kind of things you have to do on the site, and that will all of these awards will unlock different kind of license plates which you can put on your car. So we were busy with the data stations. So we were halfway, and that's why I was explaining the awards, because it will unlock an award that you found 3 data stations. Then you have east of the word Westcoast, just north of King Canyon, there will be another one. So well, you kind of see the figure here, sort of a letter Z, that you can, if you put yourself there, if you can't get there, then you have to drive there till you pick up the signal for the data station. I'm doing them quickly now, and also here the same scenario as before. You have to drive up the hill as high as you can get, and then you will find the data station, because it is on top of the hill. It is in a snowy area. There you go. This one is pretty easy to find. Just drive up the hill and there it is. Data station number 4. Which will unlock skill test landmarks on your map, so that you can find them on your map for this area specifically. So those are 4 found. Now you need to get to Los Angeles, which I don't think you can get there. So you have to drive up here. You can come from San Francisco, or you can come from what was it again, Kings Canyon or something. Then you have to drive all the way this way. So how we're gonna do this? The airport is kind of far away, but just look at the Los Angeles area, Santa Monica, which is there. So let's put ourselves there somewhere. If you can't get here by fast traveling, you have to drive here. I'm quickly doing this just to point out the 6 data stations in the West Coast. You drive that way, which is Highway 1, which also there's a Highway 1 award that can be unlocked, in case you're wondering. Highway 1 is the way from the coast road from San Francisco to Los Angeles, or from Los Angeles to San Francisco. By doing that you will unlock it. We go up here. It's going to be a bit of a mess. I think we have to jump over the rocks here. Not always about speed with the race spec. Bit of precision will do to get there. There it is. Data station number 5. Same scenario here. Couple of landmarks, couple of skill tests which will unlock in this area. And it will put them on your map. Which is kind of important, because that's the goal here. The goal, this is a preparation to get your cars at $12.99. Once more, I will repeat that. The last one is, now let's see. Orange County, you see here on your map, it's sort of northeast of it. Joshua Tree Land, it's west of it, and south of the Inland Empire. I had to drive from Los Angeles over this road here, coming this way, and then I think I took the exit here, and then you have to go up that mountain road here. So we go up that mountain road. I'll put myself there somewhere. Fast travel. It's the easiest way to do it. Also here I do advise take a raid spec. Not to get here, you can use a performance or a circuit spec to get here. This is a bit tricky. You arrive here, there is a billboard saying Palm Springs, 2 miles. That's where you turn left, up the hill, around the rocks, and you will see it there. In case you're here during the night, just drive straight ahead. During daylight you will see it from far because it's kinda in the middle of an open field. This will also unlock 2 awards for you. One that you have found the 6 data stations in the Westcoast, and the second one that unlocks is that you have found all the data stations in this game. After the Midwest, East Coast, South, Mountain States, and now the West Coast, we have found all of them, all 30 data stations. Now, we open the map, we put the filter on skills. You will see all the skills available, which are a couple of hundred on the game. Now you need to look for level 45 skill tests. Makes it a bit tricky. Not exactly. I will explain it once more for those who don't know yet. All the skill tests in the Midwest are level 1 to level 10. Sorta, that's what it goes. East Coast level 11 to level 20. The South level 21 to level 30. The Mountain States, all of those. This one for instance is a level 31 gearbox. Here we have a level 40 injection, so it's 31 to 40. The West Coast is plus 40, and that's why it was important that we found these 6 data stations. Then you can go zooming in and go one by one. For instance, this is a level 45 fuel injection, but it's a scramble test 69. If you go there you will see it's full of rocks and it's only doable to get gold in there. Maybe if you're familiar with the game you might be able to get it with the raid spec, but normally it is only for monster specs. That is if you have the Wild Run edition. If not, it's a bit tricky to get there. So, and you can go over there or you can just filter, and that makes it a bit easier. The game mode, it says all, so it's showing all skill tests now. You can select on escape, hill climb, jump and so on. So you filter, which makes it easier to find the level 45 parts skill test. So I have a list here and I will quickly show you what I mean. So, for instance, for the fuel injection, level 45 is escape number 47 and scramble test number 69. Scramble test number 69 is up the map here. It's a monster spec test full of rocks. Not gonna work with our street spec. There is another one which is escape level. It is this one. It's somewhere in the middle here. Not exactly sure where it is, but it's an escape test. Okay, so how do you do that? We filter and go for the escape test and look for those things. So it's one of those probably. Here we go. Fuel injection, which is the other level 45 for fuel injection, and that is escape till number 47. Now, I will try to show you. You might be able to get fast travel there. Might be able to get silver. So we're changing to our this works with the raid spec, but we are going to try to get our street spec up. You already see it, I'm completely stuck here. So this is not gonna work, because it's not just doing the skill test, no, we need to get gold in it. It's not gonna work with the street spec. Which means we have to go down level. And then we have to look for scramble number 64. Also that will not be easy, but might be able to do it. So we're gonna select the filter here on scramble. There you go. Not sure where it is though. Is it this one? No, that's for brakes. Gearbox. Fuel injection, that's the one. So skill test number 46. Or 64, that's more like it. That's the first one we're going to do. We're going to give it a go, but also this one is a bit tricky. If you can't get gold in this one, then you can always go one level lower again. And the idea is, if you get level 45 gold parts, now if you're gonna miss a gate, immediately retry, because you cannot afford to miss a gate in this scenario. If it's not working, go one level lower. There is only 1 point difference. And level 43 for the fuel injection is a speed skill number 86, I believe. You will be able to get gold there. Problem is we're in a street spec and we're off-road and it's not gonna work. Might have worked if I wouldn't miss that single gate there. It is off-road, but it's not completely off-road. As you can see, there's a bit of industry. Here we go. Managed to get gold anyway. Which also brings us to level 49, I just realized. So, and now you will see something happening. Meaning, we're going to get a bigger increase than we normally get. So, that's a +7. No matter which spec you have here, no matter which level your car is, the increase is always going to be the same. For a street spec, even if it comes straight from the tuner, the increase is about 65 points, I think. You go up. If you have the necessary perks on it. Which I don't have yet. Okay, now. Next up, suspension. So, if I open this thing here, the mobile tuner, you open it, you will see I already have ECU level 45, and that is slalom test number 60 or raceline test number 82. Those two give you a level 45 ECU gold. So we have fuel injection, we have ECU. Now we need to get the other part as well. So suspension is slalom 54. That's probably going to be the easiest one. So open your map, filter on slalom. Oh, slalom. At 58, at 60. Is it that one? Probably. Yeah, this is the one. Take a look on the map. He's going uphill. I think downhill is going to be a bit easier. Oh, it doesn't matter. It's on a highway. So off we go again. This is the second part. After the fuel injection, we are now doing the suspension. Same situation here. We are going to go for gold. Even if you are level 50 and you can get platinum medals, brake. Brake, because you only need gold, nothing else than gold. And I will tell you why in a second. The smart loot system, that is the award or the reward that you get if you hit a platinum. It's gonna give you a part which is better than you have on your car. That means if you, for instance, for this suspension, if you have a level 23 part on your car and you get gold in this test, you get platinum in this test, it will give you something better. That can be level 24, level 25 and so on. Silver is not good enough, so we have to retry. Is it a big difference between silver and gold? No, not really. But you see the increase are way bigger. Plus 33. So we immediately gonna try again. Now we already have a silver 45. If we get gold now, it's not going to give a super increase now. It's only a +1 or a +2, I think. If you don't miss a gate, you should be able, even with a low spec, street spec, you should be able to get gold. Here we go. If you miss a gate, the multiplier comes down, and that's meaning that you're going to get less points and you're not going to make it. So that's also +9 even. So there's a difference of 9 at the moment between silver and gold. We equip it. Win or purchase 100 gold parts. That's the award that I just unlocked here. So, gearbox. Precision number 90 or scramble 57. We're first gonna go for precision 90. I think that's the most advisable. Put the filter on precision. There it is. Number 90, that's that one. Having a look at the map, I would think that that way is the best way to go, because there are a few sharp corners going the other way. That's also something you have to look. There are always two ways you can go, and yeah. Precision, that means gates in the middle of the road, and you need to hit a certain number to get gold. Also here, important not to miss a gate, or you will lose the multiplier. Not lose it exactly, but it will go down. We have gold, and we break. I can't get platinum. I could have drove on further, but the reason I break here is in case you are level 50 and you can get platinum, stop on the side of the road. Only thing that matters at this point is gold, because that will give a bigger increase than if you go for platinum with the smart loot system. So tires is precision number 86. Our filter is still on precision, so we're gonna look for tires. Is it this one? Nope, it's not that one. That one, that's the one. Take a look on the map again. That way seems to be the best. The other way is a bit twisty. Put yourself there somewhere. If you can't get there, same scenario as with the data stations. Then you have to drive this to this test. I'm gonna keep doing these tests for the 11 part. So you do 11 tests, level 45, and that will put your car at this moment around 900, I think. Later on, you're gonna use some perks in headquarters, and that's why I will put the link of the description of that other video that I made. Again, gold medal will break. I will put it in the description of this video, the link to that one, how to get your car at 12.99, where I'm also doing these 11 tests, and then you have to do more tests to get platinum medal to get it higher. With the necessary perks, you can get your car at around 1000 by just doing these 11 tests, no matter how high or low your level car is. That's for the tires. Exhaust, also again another precision test, number 81 this time, which is that one, I guess. Yep. Yeah. Either way, it's going to be a twisty, so it doesn't matter that much. We'll go from that point to down. I think that's downhill, and the other way will be uphill. Yep. If it goes too fast for you downhill, try doing it uphill, which will limit your time though. Oops, and I missed the gate. Nevertheless, I'm making it. Gold medal, the other gates do not matter at this point. Now, everybody has to do this. No matter how much you know about this game, you will have to do this at least once with each of the specs. In this case I'm using the street spec. I have to do the same with the dirt spec, with the raid spec, with the performance, with the circuit and so on. With every spec you need to do this. The reason you need to do this is every part that you win you also unlock in the specific tuners. So if you can win all the parts by doing skill tests, you unlock them in the tuners, and then for your future cars and specs you can just buy the parts, which makes it way easier. Once you are level 50 it's pretty easy to make bucks in this game. I will all cover that once we have finished the story. I will keep this Pro Noob series going for new players who joined the game with the free Ubisoft game available. ECU is slalom number 60, but I think I already had that one. So I'm quickly gonna check on my chart here. Mobile tuner, ECU, we already have that one. The weight reduction, have a look here, level 18. Okay. Weight reduction is escape number 48, which I kind of find a bit tricky. So that was an escape test. We're in a street spec, it might give us a little problem. Let's have a look where it is. 45. Oh no, it's not a problem because it's in San Francisco. It can be done with any spec. Put yourself here and we drive towards the highway. This is an escape test. That means you do not need to stay on the road. You can even hit walls and stuff like that, as long as you get away from the red circle that is following you. There it is. You expand the minimap. Also that circle expands and you need to stay away from it as long as you can. But if you drive to the Golden Gate Bridge, it's pretty easy to do. Really easy to get gold here with basically any car at whatever level it is. There we go. There is a faster way of getting points. That is if you put, is it 5 or 10, I'm not sure, perk points on the first perk for Vincent. The problem I have is that I haven't met Vincent yet in the story mode, so I can't put that in, and that gives you a 15% faster scoring, so you will be able to get there faster to the gold medal. We're going to equip it, and this also has unlocked the monthly challenge, giving us 100,000 bucks extra, because the monthly challenge was to get a car of street spec at 762, I think, which we have just reached. There you go, monthly marvel, complete a monthly challenge. Walking around money, having 500,000 in your wallet, earn 200,000 in a street spec, 3 awards that I unlocked here by just doing this. So, and you keep doing it like this, and then you will have your car let's see, if I take out my performance spec. I've done the same with the performance spec. Like I said, the spec doesn't matter, the car doesn't matter. Here we go, level 45 on all of these things, except for a few which I couldn't do. Those were raceline skills in a performance spec on a dirt road. I couldn't get gold there. So I went down a level to level 44 for the air system, and the same for the brakes. And also the fuel injection, I didn't make gold in it for some reason, and that brings the car at 900 with the necessary perks. The first one for Zoe, the first one for Omar, First one for Roxanne and the second one for Vincent. If you completely put all points on there, all 5 points, then you will be able to get your car at around 1000. And from that moment on you have to do skill tests to get the platinum medal, to get it from 1000 to 1299 maximum level. How to do that exactly according to these tests, and then do some other stuff, I have a video on that made once. I will put the link in the description so that you can get your cars on 1299. So I guess we sort of covered it. Find the data stations in the West Coast so that you unlock all these skill tests, so that you can find the level 45 skill tests on your map, which makes it way easier. Go there, which any car you have, to get it at 1000 by getting gold level 45. If you can't get level 45, go for level 44. That will give it a little bit less points. If everything is gold 45, your car will be at 1002. No matter which spec, no matter how low level you started or how high it already was, the increase will adapt itself, and at the end you will have a 1002 car. And from that moment on you need to do the same or other skill test, doesn't matter that much, going for platinum to get it from 1002 to 1299. I've done that once in a video, and as said, I will put that link in the description. See you guys in the next one, and bye for now.